one who has time, who as time causes the repetition of 4 yugas, cause of periods of time to happen. So concept of time is being pointed to in these. It's one who can assume numerous forms of Maya, not only one. So he takes different forms in different positions in different timelines. So talked about disillusion and completely things coming to a close at the end of a kalpa. What is a kalpa? That's also something we are going to look at. The senses that we have to understand things, to see and understand, to read and understand, and hear and understand. All these senses also fail because this is really beyond. Remember, powers, what does it really mean? Is it the physical power? Is the power of wealth? What is the power? Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram. Welcome back to the Glaze Studios oil painting vlog number 32 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This painting follows the principle of calligram or micrography, using which 1000 names of Sri Vishnu are getting painted. While that is going on, I am also trying to understand the names and their meanings, taking tangential perspectives from various storylines within Sanāthana Dharma. We have already covered names up to 300 in our previous vlogs. Typically, we cover 10 names and their meanings in each of the vlogs. And today's vlog is going to start with 301st name going up to 310th name. And we are going to revisit a topic that we have already covered in vlog number 24. Yuga is what we had discussed. We had discussed about samsara, concept of time, time dilation and such in the vlog number 24. We are going to delve much more deeper into the topic. So I would definitely request you to take a look at that first and come back to this video so you're able to enjoy it to the fullest. Without much ado, let's get on with the names and their meanings, starting with the 301st name, which is Yuga Varthaya Namaha. Yuga Varthaya Namaha means one who has time, who as time causes the repetition of 4 yugas, and that's exactly what we will discuss. Even the 300th name, which we had covered in our previous vlog, Yugadi Krite Namaha, and that was also pointing to the cause of periods of time to happen. So concept of time is being pointed to in these names. This is what we are going to touch base on in great detail just a moment from now. 302nd name is Om Naika Mayaya Namaha. That means one who can assume numerous forms of Maya, not only one. So he takes different forms in different positions in different timelines. So there are timelines we talk about, and each timeline there are different requirements, and he adapts to that and creates a Maya, a form of delusion for us. He appears as an animal, he appears as a woman, he makes these forms for a certain purpose. Let's move on to the 303rd name, which is Om Mahashanaya Namaha, which means one who consumes everything at the end of the kalpa. We talked about disillusion and completely things coming to a close at the end of a kalpa. What is a kalpa? That's also something we are going to look at in our discussion today. The 304th name is Om Adrushaya Namaha. One who cannot be grasped by or understood by any of the 5 organs of knowledge. So the yantriyas that we have, the senses that we have to understand things, to see and understand, to read and understand, and hear and understand, all these senses also fail because this is really beyond compare. Is this the reason? Or is it the Maya? Our intelligence is not the one that is stopping us. It's the Maya, the veil, that is stopping us, because we are deluded by something, so we are not going in the right track, isn't it? We will look at the yugas in a short while from now to see how things manifest. Yeah. The 305th name is Om Vyaktarupaya Namaha. That means he is so called because his gross form as universe can be clearly perceived. So we just talked about how difficult is it for us to understand, but the gross form is something we can see, isn't it? We can use a telescope and see certain things, how materials could be in the cosmos overall. So that is possible. 306th name is Om Sahasrajite Namaha, one who is victorious over innumerable enemies of the Devathās in a battle. The 307th name is Om Anantajite Namaha, which means one who, being endowed with all the powers, is victorious at all times over everything. But remember, powers, what does it really mean? Is it the physical power? Is the power of wealth? What is the power that is most important, that's always been referred to in again and again in all of these blogs that we have discussed? It is the knowledge that's more important. That is the power. That is the highest power. The wisdom is the highest power. And let's move on to the 308th name, that is Om Ishtaya Namaha. This refers to one who is dear to all because he is of the nature of supreme bliss. Yeah, he is dear. Ishtam is, being dear. Yeah, so Ishtaya Namaha refers to one who is dear because he is of the nature of supreme bliss. 309th name is Om Vishishtaya Namaha, refers to one who resides within all. 310th name is Om Shishteshtaya Namaha. That refers to one who is dear to the Shishta, or the knowing ones, all knowing ones. What are we touch basing again with? Knowledge. The importance of knowledge is what we are touching base with all the time. Now let's gain some more knowledge into these yugas. So we are going to revisit yugas now that we are done with the 10 names for today. So let's move on. So there was a word called kalpa that we came across when we discussed these names, isn't it? So there was this meaning, Mahashanaya Namaha, refers to one who consumes everything at the end of a kalpa. So there is a close that happens, and the cosmos is believed to be, coming to an end, clearing up for a new set of universes, maybe a set of stars and other elements to build up. Yeah. And what is this kalpa? So let's look at that. Kalpa, we talk about Brahmaji, who is the one assigned for creation. So there is a Brahma kalpa. Let's look at a kalpa. A simple kalpa is Brahma's daytime and nighttime. Okay, how difficult is that to calculate? Let's see. The yugas, 4 yugas. There are 4 yugas. So the time, concept of time itself is divided into these 4 yugas. On a broad basis, the Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. We have touched base on this in blog number 24. So in these 4 yugas, things happen in a different way. And 4 yugas all put together, multiplied by 1,000 times, is Brahma's day. So within that time span, there are also 14 manus that take place, 14 different manus that take place within that period of time. That is Brahma's day. And if we have to compare it to human years, so these are like divine years, and let's do the human years also. We did the human years in the previous calculation. Let's do that again in comparison to the divine years. A Krita Yuga is 4,800 divine years, which is coming back to 1,728,000 human years. Treta Yuga, that is the second one, that is 3,600 divine years. It comes to a human year that is 1,296,000 human year. Dwapara Yuga is 2,400 divine years, works out to 864,000 human years, and Kali Yuga is 1,200 divine years, working out to 432,000 human years. That is the comparison between our calculations as human years that we say 365 days and so on to the divine years, working out to the divine years. If we have to recalculate the concept of time from our previous vlog 24, we can start with something basic. The blinking of the eye, not fluttering of the eye intention or something, a simple blink of the eye that we do, and we take that as an example to start with to calculate the time. We start with a simple blink and we think of 15 blinks like that. 15 blinking of the eye is called one kaksha. 30 such kakshas will make one kala. 30 kalas will make one muhurta. So instead of hours, minutes, we have a different set of calculations here itself. Yeah. So we start with the blinking of the eye. I think we use the word second and then minute and calculate the hour. So here it's kaksha, the blinking of the eye, which is 15 times. 30 kaksha is a kala, 30 kalas is a muhurta, and 15 muhurtas will make one night. 15 muhurtas will make a day. So 30 muhurtas put together will make a complete day and night. Yeah, and 1 month for humans is 1 day for PITHRU devathas. Devathas, remember we talked about devathas and asuras and such. So that is also there. There is, the way we talk about is that Shukla Paksha, the fortnight leading to our full moon or Paurnami is their day, and the Krishna Paksha, that is the fortnight leading to the Ammavasya or no moon, is their night. That's how we calculate. And sometimes you see a lot of prayers being done only on a full moon or on an Ammavasya. So it's essentially connecting to that exact timeline when a day is getting finished for them or a night is getting finished for them. So that is also a thing for us to understand. So we always, though we work on a daily basis with our practical timelines that we follow, calendar and such, we also try to align sometimes with their timelines. So if we have to go a little more deeper into this calculation, I'm going to just add on 30 human months is 1 month for the PITHRU devathas. I usually use the word devathas, so you would have thought of as celestial forms. Why do I add the word PITHRU devathas now? I'm connecting you to something very personal here. PITHRU devathas point to the souls that have been a part of your family that have moved on, passed on. So it could be your great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother and so on. So all these that have moved on from the life as we know it are called PITHRU devathas. So they're also a part of this Devata family. Yeah. So when we talk about the celestial bodies, it's a huge alignment, array of different types of devatas or devas that have different propensities. Yeah, maybe the travel into this yoga for their journey into this 4,000, 4 million, whatever, many years, the travel has transcended to the level that they are called maybe the devas, or coming to the level of PITHRU devatas, because they have been a part of our family one day. Maybe we still have their photographs or memories, holding on to that and such. So there are different layers to that, and we are talking about the ones that we can connect with. Even though the timelines are different, there are certain beings that we can practically connect with because they have been a part of our family. They are our forefathers, isn't it? So coming back to the calculation, this is the reason why we are calculating the PITHRU Devata, so we can try to connect with them and say hello to them, maybe. Yeah. So the 30 human months is 1 month for the PITHRU Devatas. 360 human months is 1 year for PITHRU Devatas. I think 100 years of human years is 3 years for PITHRU Devatas. So that was about PITHRU Devatas that are almost close to us. We know them, we have seen some of them, maybe, depends, you have seen your great grandfather or such. So that is a relatable deity for us, yeah, who have been a part of family and turned into a deity in a way. Yes. Now we move on to the devatas in a higher realm, and that's where the calculation gets even harder, because it's 1 human year is actually 1 day for them, and 30 human years just 1 month for them. 100 human years is 3 months and 10 days for the devatas. 360 years of human is 1 year for the devatas. 36,000 years of humans is 100 years for the devatas. Yeah. 360,000 years of human life is 1,000 divine years. This is what was called divine years. Remember, we were doing the comparison of divine years to human years. That's how the calculation came about. So we really backtracked, starting with our way of living, the batting of our eyelids and such, and then moving up to these years. But when these 4 yugas, so we talked about 4 yugas, isn't it? All 4 yugas have occurred 1,000 times, and that's when we call it a kalpa. Yeah, Brahma's day, and there is Brahma's night as well. Similarly, 4 yugas, 1,000 times is Brahma's night. Yeah, at the completion of 1,000 nights, 4 yuga, then Brahma starts creating. So everything starts, because everything is, did we discuss that in the 10 names? So everything comes to a close, everything dissolves, and now he starts creating everything after this 1,000 the kalpas get completed, and he has spent 1 year and such. So 8,000 years will be Brahma's yuga. That's even more difficult to understand. It's in another realm altogether. So 30 day and 30 night kalpas, it's a Brahma's month. It's his calculation. He's really on the top of the hierarchy, you can see. Yeah. Presently, where are we? It's called half time, because we are actually in the Brahma kalpas, 28th day. 28th day named Shweta Varaha Kalpa, and Brahma has spent already 50 years. That's why I said it's a half time. His 100th year, he starts creating or something like that. So Brahma's 50 years are done. We are in his 51st year, 1st month and 28th day. So we are nearly in the half time of his. So we still have many thousand years to go before everything gets resolved. So don't worry about things getting dissolved tomorrow or so. I know there are news updates coming about asteroids hitting possibly in few years and so on. We still do not know what exactly is going to go on, but it's only half time. I don't think we are going to end everything right now, at least from the basic calculations that we can look at this moment. I hope you found this calculations interesting. Do share your thoughts on the same and what your experiences are. And I'm sure, there are different types of calculations. It's so interesting how different religions and different cultures calculate the periods and the names that they use. Please do share if you know something that is very different. It will be interesting for us to learn from you as well. With that, I wish you all the very best, and let's meet in the next session. Until such time, take care, stay blessed, stay motivated, stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you. Bye-bye.